yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, we're back live for part two of this season's Champions League round of 16 predictions. I did part one already. The matches were played. We reviewed the matches and we got to move on to the second part. That's coming up next week. So, one team has basically booked themselves a place into the last 8, and that team is Atalanta. Knock on wood. But this should be in the last 8. What's up, everyone, man? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. 9:05 my time. Like, it's very early. I went live a bit late yesterday. And the turnout wasn't that good. So I expect the turnout to be a lot better tonight. So we have the quizzer up in here. He says hi in AD. Damian Perez, what's up? Oscar G, what up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're back with another live stream, man. I'm enjoying this live stream thing, man. I'm enjoying the whole setup. I like this setup. The little video box up there, information box, chat on the screen. And there's a lot of other features I could mess around with, but I'm going to keep it simple for now. What's up, Advenko? What's up? So, back with another live stream, guys. So, we have a lot of work to do. We have 4 matches that we have to actually go through, 8 teams to dissect, and we got to start. We can't put this thing off any longer. So I was thinking about doing this on Sunday, but I'm like, you know what? I don't want to delay it too much because I don't know what's going to happen on Sunday. So I'm like, I have to do it when I have the time. So we have Van Dijk up in here. Hello. Thank you to everyone who is here right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to start, and then as the stream progresses, more and more people will definitely join the stream. So, the Champions League. We are now in the round of 16, as you guys could see right here. Knockout stage. And we have 4 matches played already. We have Dortmund 2, Paris Saint-Germain 1, Atletico Madrid 1, Liverpool 0, Atalanta 4, Valencia 1, Spurs 0, RB Leipzig 1. So those were some cracking fixtures. We have Charlene O up in here. Says Liverpool is the best. Nipun Sharma, if Spurs, Liverpool, and Manchester City advance to the quarterfinals, it will be huge middle finger for the haters of the Premier League. That is very true. But right now, Liverpool not going through. Spurs not going through. So it's up to Chelsea and City to win their first legs. But it's still early. Both English teams are only behind by 1-0 deficits, and I think they're still very much in the tie, especially Liverpool, and I won't write off Mourinho and Tottenham either. Eric Midgard, what's up? Clutch J, 8744 is up in here. Brian Kelly, Hamza Abdi. Hello to everyone up in here right about now. Appreciate you taking some time to join the live chat. Remember, guys, this is a live chat. There's no pressure whatsoever. We're just going to be here chilling, talking football, talking Champions League. The focus is Champions League, so don't distract me with other things right now. Let's just do this Champions League thing, and when we're done, we'll talk about other stuff afterwards. Right now, as we wait for people to join in, let's just take a look at the goal scoring charts right now. We're going to look at the stats, goal scoring charts for the Champions League this season. And the man up top right now is Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland, guys. 7 matches, 10 goals. 7 matches, 10 goals. This is amazing. Robert Lewandowski does have 10 goals in 5 matches, so he should be up top. He should be ahead of Erling Haaland. But maybe Erling Haaland did it quicker than Robert Lewandowski, I don't know. Yeah, maybe because he came off the bench a few times and bang him in. So let's take a look at that. Maybe that's, yes, I think so. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Robert Lewandowski did it in lesser minutes. Yeah. So you have the detail look right here, and Erling Haaland, only 19 years of age, turned out for Red Bull Salzburg and Borussia Dortmund this season. And look at that, man. Look at that. 10 goals. Robert Lewandowski, 10. The next best is Harry Kane with 6. Mbappe with 5. Raheem Sterling with 5. Dries Mertens 5. Heung-min Son 5. Lautaro Martinez, Mauri Cardiol with 5. Salah, Rodrigo with 4. Karim Benzema with 4. The others are just way behind, man. The others are just way behind, and Erling Haaland doing the damn thing. Doing the damn thing this season. So let's go back to the Champions League, and we have 16 people up in here right about now. Thanks to everyone who joined the stream. Don't forget to like the video. So Yusuf says, why not do your streams when people in the UK will be awake so you get more viewers? It's not about that too, you know. It's about if it's convenient for me. I know what you're trying to say, but there's something called a replay. Whenever the replay is on, people can watch. It's what's convenient for me. I'm not going to do it earlier than I actually can, just to suit people from a certain geographical location. If you catch it, you catch it. That's what it is. If you catch it, you catch it. I could have done it earlier this morning, but maybe people was at work. Maybe people was at school. In the afternoon, I was a bit tired, so I do it when I can. The beauty about it is the replay is always there. It's always there. So guys, let's start. Enough delaying. Let's start with the Chelsea-Bayern Munich clash. We're going to click this right here, and we're going to do things a little different from the last time. We have like a comparison going on here between the two teams and all, and this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. This comparison here is pretty cool. So you could see the total market value between both teams, with Bayern worth over $1 billion and Chelsea almost $1 billion. Average market value basically 34 million apiece. Average age around 25, 26. National team players 17. Youth national team players 9 and 8. Foreigners, Chelsea with 19, Bayern with 15. Club members. Is this for real? Well, let's not get into that stat too much, but Bayern seems to have more club members than Chelsea. So let's take a look at the last 4 meetings between these two teams, or if we go to all matches, if we click all matches, we could see how Bayern and Chelsea have been getting on. So we're going to click this, and we'll come back to this other thing just now. So Bayern versus Chelsea, not a lot of meetings though. Not a lot of meetings, because Chelsea wasn't really that good before the Abramovich takeover. They weren't that good. So they would meet this season. But the last time they met was in the Super Cup final, UEFA Super Cup final, and Bayern won that 7-6 on penalties. They met in the 2011-12 Champions League final, and that was Chelsea winning that. Why does it say 5? Yeah. Chelsea won that 4-5 on penalties. Chelsea won that one. Bayern did win the Champions League the following season against Borussia Dortmund, I think. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. And Chelsea winning their first Champions League in this season. Before that, they met in the Champions League quarterfinals with Chelsea let me see. Who won this? This is kind of confusing though. Okay, Chelsea 4-2, Bayern 3-2. Chelsea won the tie. Chelsea won the tie, a high-scoring tie. So these two teams have a lot of history in terms of big games in the Champions League. Quarterfinals, Chelsea. Final, Chelsea. UEFA Super Cup, Bayern. And who knows, maybe it'll be Chelsea's turn. But right about now, Bayern kind of has the edge. Top goal scorers in the fixture. You see Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, who is now the manager of Chelsea. Eden Hazard now plays for Real Madrid. Claudio Pizarro and Javi Martinez. So, we are going to go back. We are going to go back and then we're going to break down a few more things and talk about each and every tie, maybe for like half hour max, and then move on. Or maybe less than that if we could get through all the things, all the juicy details. Let me take a look at the chat right about now, see what you guys are actually saying. Nippon says, I'd love to see a Liverpool-Man City final. Oh my God, that would be good. That would be good. The Champions League would love that. UEFA would love that. We would love that. That would be good. Oh my goodness. Nippon also says, I think Man City could go through because I think Zidane could get complacent and underestimate Pep and City. Listen, it's on. All I have to say right now, it's on, but I have to keep my calm right now because I'm sort of just, I have to be a little bit unbiased right now. I can't be too, overly dramatic and stuff. It's my team. Fekal Jemai, what's up? How long will you be streaming, Dominic? I don't know. It's 9:17. It could be a 3-hour stream. I have work in the morning, but it doesn't really matter. It could be a 3-hour. It could be a 2-hour stream. It could be an hour and a half. Let me see how fast I get through this stuff. So remember, guys, it's a chill stream. No pressure, okay? No pressure. If we stop and we talk, that's fine. We're here to talk football. Remember this, we're here to talk football. We're going to talk about each and every tie. Okay, so we get to the coaches. Hans-Dieter Flick, 55 years old, German, in charge after the sacking of the Croatian Niko Kovac. So they decided to keep Hans-Dieter Flick, and I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no sense bringing in a new coach to get used to the whole thing, and then it's just best to keep a man who was there before and who knows the ropes. Frank Lampard, former Champions League winner with Chelsea, Chelsea legend, former West Ham United player, former Manchester City player too, former NYFC player, former Derby County manager, almost got them promoted last season, and now he is in charge of Chelsea. And I got a message from Football Pharaoh, and he says that Have Hope Hut, fellow YouTuber, is saying that Frank Lampard should get sacked. What do you guys think about that? Should Lampard get the sack? Should he get the sack? So, most valuable player, N'Golo Kante, who is going to miss this clash with an injury. He picked up an injury in the last game, and he will miss the clash. Serge Gnabry is the most valuable player for... Wow, he has risen for Bayern Munich. And I saw something recently, and I know a lot of you guys saw it with the whole Leroy Sané to Bayern Munich thing, that Man City wants Serge Gnabry as part of the deal. It doesn't make sense, right? Like, it's either Bayern want to have Gnabry and Sané. They don't want to have Sané and get rid of Gnabry. It wouldn't make no sense. Seriously, it wouldn't make no sense. So I think that is BS. I think that is BS. But Gnabry has really come of age. He has been good for both Bayern and Germany. As for N'Golo Kante, To be honest, I think it's time for him to leave Chelsea. It's time for him to leave Chelsea. I think he's overstayed his welcome at Chelsea, to be honest. To be completely honest. Because under Sarri, he kind of, he played him out of position, and then Lampard doing the same thing, and it's just not working out for Conte. He's not an attacking midfielder. I know he has it in him, but still, he is a DM, and he needs to play a more defensive role, and that's not what's happening, and he should leave. Conte should leave. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? We're not going to get into all these things right here. We're not going to get into transfers between each other and all of that. We're not going to get into that. That is irrelevant right about now. Very, very irrelevant. So what we're going to do, we're going to take an individual look at both teams. We'll click on Chelsea, see how Chelsea are doing in the league, and see how their players are getting along and all of that. It's that simple. Chelsea are currently 4th in the Premier League. We could take a look at their fixtures right here and see what they're doing, how they did in the group phase, and how they did doing in the cup competitions, and how they're doing in the Premier League. And then we're going to take a look at how the players are doing. That's the format we're going to follow right about now. 8744 is Pulisic still injured? I think so. I think he is still injured. I think he is definitely still injured. Okay, so all right. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the fixtures right here. In the group phase of the Champions League, Chelsea, they were in Group H with Valencia, Lille, and Ajax. Lost the first match to Valencia. That was at home. Won the away match to Lille, 2-1. Won the next away match against Ajax, 1-0. Drew that dramatic match against Ajax, 4-4. I'm not going to get into that right about now. I covered that game and I already spoke about it. We're going to leave it there. But that was a dramatic game where Ajax did not manage the game well at all. Ajax, you didn't manage the game well. I know the Ajax fans blaming the referee and everything, but they lost it. They lost it, and that's the reason why they're in the Europa League, and that's the reason why, the whole Getafe thing happened. With Getafe winning 2-0 and play acting and all of that stuff. It's guys, oh my goodness. I made the video yesterday on the Ryan Babel, Alan Neom thing. That video did pretty good. That video is still doing pretty good. And it's good when one of your videos does well. You know what I mean? Almost 40,000 views on that video. And the reason why I say that, it's that it makes up for the videos that really didn't do well. Like, I made 2 videos on my team yesterday, Manchester City, and you guys didn't care to watch them. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying. So with that other video, it makes up big time. It makes up for those other videos flopping. But I expected that. But I just had to put out those videos because it's my team. Got to talk about the match. It is fine. I made up for it with that one. So it's pretty fine. So that game, man, the Getafe game, these guys were simply ridiculous, man. Deverson, after he scored a goal and went in front of the Ajax fans to celebrate, and he's there posted up like this, and someone threw a lighter at him, and the lighter hit him, and he took like 3 seconds to react and to figure out how am I gonna react to this, and then he fell to the floor. Like, how are you gonna fall to the floor? A lighter, man, a lighter, and then he started rolling around as well, and it was just terrible. It was just terrible play acting. So I could see how the Ajax fans feel about that and everything. So Oski G asks, why is the chat not moving? Because no one's saying anything. The chat only moves when people are gonna say something. So if no one is talking, the chat isn't gonna move. But that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing. It means that, who knows, maybe you guys are focusing on what I'm saying. So That 4-4 draw was very, very dramatic. And then they played to a 2-2 draw against Valencia. And finally a 2-1 home win against Lille, where Chelsea came in second in the group. Yes, wait, it was a lighter. Yes, it was a lighter. It was a simple lighter, like one of those big lighters. And he picked it up and he's showing it. He's showing it to the... I'm like, come on, just relax, bro. It's just a lighter. Not as if the lighter exploded when it hit you. You know, if you take a lighter and you smash it, it makes that exploding sound. Nothing like... It was just simply ridiculous. But I do think that Getafe should go on to win the title. Ajax looking kind of light. They're looking light. Looking really, really light. Seriously. Ever since they sold De Jong and De Ligt, the team has never been the same. I know they brought in Quincy Promise and they brought in Ryan Babel, but still, and they brought in a few other players, but still, it's not the same. Not the same team. Not the same team. So as you can see, guys, Chelsea lost to Liverpool in the UEFA Super Cup after winning the Europa League last season. In the Premier League, they have been very, very inconsistent. Look at their last results here, guys. 2-0 loss against Man United, 2-2 draw against Leicester, 2-2 draw against Arsenal, 1-0 loss to Newcastle, 3-0 win against Burnley, Brighton 1-1 draw, Arsenal 2-1 win, and 2-0 loss to Southampton. So, you see, and then the 2-0 win over Spurs, lost to Bournemouth, lost to Everton, lost to West Ham. They defeated Aston Villa, but then they lost to City. They had a nice run of results right here between like October, from the beginning of the late September to early November. They were on a roll. People were talking a whole lot of good stuff about Lampard, and then since then, whoop, downhill. No wonder why Have Hope is saying that Lampard should get the sack. No wonder why they're saying that he should get the sack. But still, I think he's doing a fine job with Chelsea, though. I think he's doing a fine job, and he needs time. He definitely needs time. So, Eric Medgard says, Arsenal is still unbeaten in 2020, by the way. Thank you very much for bringing that to our attention. Mikel Arteta, he has been doing a great job, and proving a lot of his doubters wrong, and I did doubt him. I ain't gonna lie. I doubted him, and prove us wrong. Definitely proved us wrong. So got a little bit more time. Let me just finish this thing up before I move on. So yeah, they're in the 5th round of the FA Cup. They will play Liverpool. That will be one hell of a game. And they're out of the EFL Cup. So we're going to take a brief look at the squad, see who's performing, see who ain't performing, and then we're going to move on to Bayern Munich real quick. So, Chelsea squad here. Kepa has been dropped. I don't know if he's going to feature in the Champions League game or if Lampard is going to go with Willy Caballero. But we shall see. Most expensive keeper in the world, and he has just been trash. He has been horrible. He has been like a strainer, basically. Let me let some through. Let me let some, stay over here. Like a strainer effect. So Kepa hasn't been good at all. Has not been good. Rudiger is back in defense. Kurt Zuma, Christensen, Aspilicueta. They have defenders, but it's just the goalkeeper that's not backing up their defenders very, very well. Aspilicueta has been good this season. Very, very consistent campaigner. Emerson sort of fell out of favor, linked to Juventus. Tomori, breakout season, good season so far. Reece James as well has been mammoth at right back. And the likes of Kovacic, Mount has been really good this season. Jorginho has been flying under the radar. Their penalty taker as well. You see, he has 7 goals in all competitions. Mostly from the spot. N'Golo Kante, it doesn't say he's injured right now on here, but he is injured. Definitely injured. Loftus-Cheek injured as well. But the goals have come by the hands of, from the feet of Tammy Abraham, Christian Pulisic chipping in, Mishi Bashuai chipping in. Willian chipping in. I think they're not scoring enough goals. Because Tammy Abraham, 32 matches, 15 goals, 6 assists. That's kind of poor. He should have had like 20-something goals if you ask me. He has been misfiring a lot this season. So, Chelsea, they need to score goals. You're not going to defeat Bayern Munich if you're not going to score goals. The defense look okay, to be honest. But their goalkeeping position is very, very, very questionable. Very, very questionable. Very questionable if you ask me. So, against Bayern Munich, Rudiger and Zuma, I think, would be the best option. Andreas Christensen, no, I don't think they should start with him. So I think it should be Azpilicueta at left back, or maybe play 3 at the back with wing backs. Maybe they want to go that way, but we'll see. We shall see. Maybe play 4 at the back with Azpilicueta at left back, Reece James at right back, Kurt Zuma and Rudiger in the middle. Jorginho in the center with Kovacic, Mount, Willian, and Tammy Abraham, and maybe a Pedro. But I don't know, man. They're not looking too good. To be honest, they're not looking too good going into this game. That's just what I think. Oski G says Chelsea are not going through. Norwich could have beaten Liverpool, says Duckall. What's up, Duckall? Back up in here, man. Appreciate it. Guys, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button yet, please do so. What do you guys think about Chelsea? Let me know in the chat. I'll get to it pretty soon. So we're going to go back over here and we're going to talk a bit about Bayern Munich before we move on, guys. We want to do a thorough breakdown of these teams and what they've been doing so far this season. And I think I'm doing an okay job. So, guys, let me know what you think. So, Eric Midgard says, so weird that a guy named Jorginho plays for Italy. Yeah, he's from Brazil. That's why. Maybe Christian Pulisic should start. I don't know, because he hasn't been playing because of injury. So, it would be kind of weird to just throw him back in there. So, Bayern Munich are currently first in the Bundesliga. Of course they are. Oh, my goodness. They're now... Okay, well, Leipzig has a game in hand. 4 points ahead of Leipzig right now. Leipzig has a game in hand. So, if Leipzig win their next game, it would just be 1 point. I'm loving the title race going on in the Bundesliga right now. Because if Dortmund win their next game, they go up to 45 points. Kind of dropping off. Gladbach, 2 games in hand, so they could go up to 48 points too. So it's nice. Leverkusen right there as well. Schalke kind of dropping out a bit. Freiburg kind of dropping out a bit. But it's an interesting race going on in Germany. But it seems as if, who knows, Bayern Munich will ultimately win the thing again. The last team to dethrone Bayern Munich, Dortmund, Jurgen Klopp. Since then, it's been them every year. So we go here, we look at their home record, 12 matches, 8 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses, away record, 11, 7 wins, 2. So, but all in all, they have been very, very good home and away. Last game, a 3-2 win against Paderborn. That was actually today. I didn't see that game. Didn't watch any football matches today. And I'm just taking a break. I didn't watch any yesterday. I didn't watch any today. I have access to all these games. I have access to the Bundesliga, Premier League, and I have access to the Dutch Eredivisie, Italian Serie A. I could watch anything I want, basically, but I don't want to overkill, you know what I'm saying? Because tomorrow I'm back at work, and I'll be at work watching Premier League on my phone. So it is what it is. I shouldn't be saying that. I hope no one from work is actually tuned into the stream right now. I don't think anyone will, but, you know, Not many people at work know I talk about football too. Only a few guys. Only a few guys. None in my department, in other departments. So I'm like, yo, man, keep it on the low. Why are you talking about analysts and analysts? Stop calling me an analyst. I ain't no analyst. Like, I'm just a person talking football and on YouTube. Like, keep it on the low, man. I don't want this guy and this guy knowing what I be doing. So if you look at Bayern's form, man, they have been in good form. They have been in great form. All right, with 30 minutes, we should be wrapping this up. But if we factor in the intro and all, we have a little bit more time to go through Bayern. I don't want to spend too long on each team or on each match. So, win against Paderborn, win against Cologne, draw against Leipzig, win against Mainz, win against Schalke, win against Hertha, win. 2 losses against, two good teams in the Bundesliga there. That was all the way back in late November, early December. So, since early December, Bayern has gone unbeaten in the league. Which is amazing. Amazing. In the Champions League, guys, they won everything in the group. Everything. So Advenko is saying that Bayern are overrated in his opinion. Oh, man, I don't know, bro. The stats are there. They're still one of the top teams. 8744 says, I feel both teams are weak defensively in my opinion. Bayern are the better forwards compared to Chelsea. I do think Bayern's backline is very experimental right now. Yes, to be fair, very experimental right now. I actually think Chelsea has the most stable defense. But with Bayern, if you factor in not Manuel Neuer as part of the defense, Bayern has assurance in the back while Chelsea does not. So if you get past Bayern's defenders, you still have Manuel Neuer to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at the group phase, look at that. Red Star, clean sheet. Spurs, 7-2. Olympiacos, 3-2. Kind of, letting some goals there. Olympiacos, 3-0. Red Star, 6-0. Spurs, 3-1. So they were really good. Very good in attack. So you're sure you're going to get goals. You know you're going to get goals. You have Lewandowski, you have Coman, you have Gnabry, you have Müller, you have Thiago. Who else? You have Coutinho, you have Perisic. The team is stacked up and overloaded. It's going to be difficult for Chelsea. It's going to be a mammoth of a task for Chelsea. DFB Pokal still in it. Quarterfinals against FC Schalke on March 3rd. They lost the Super Cup to Dortmund. And that's about it for the competitions that they're in right now. So Bayern are looking damn good if you ask me. Let's take a look at the squad and their stats. And then we're going to decide who we think are going to win the first leg. We are talking first leg right now, okay? We're talking first leg right now. Well, you could say who you think are going to win the tie too. You take a detailed look at the stats, guys. Neuer has been used all season. No other keeper has been involved, and he has been pretty good. Excuse me. He has been pretty good. Let me drink some water. I've been talking a lot. So, Lucas Hernandez just came back from injury. Played 12 matches this season. David Alaba has been playing as a center back sometimes, midfielder, left back, and he's still good at 27. Then Nicolas Sula has been out for some time. He has been out for some time with injury. Alphonso Davies has been one of the breakout stars this season, playing as a left back or as a left wing back, with Alaba playing as maybe a three-prong center back. So there you go. They have, look, 6 assists, better numbers than Alaba. 6 assists, that's pretty good. Benjamin Pavard, new, coming in, had a great World Cup. Stuttgart got relegated. He came over to Bayern. He's been pretty much a key member of the squad. 5 assists, 2 goals. Adriozola, just coming over from Bayern Munich on loan. Already played 2 matches. That's a lot of backup there. I don't know if he'll be involved in this match. Jerome Boateng, the old guard. he had to, be involved a bit more because of Sula's injury. They were kind of phasing him out. He was even linked to a move outside the club, but with Sula injured, Jerome Boateng back in the thick of things. Kimmich, oh man, this guy is one of the key players for Bayern Munich. Defensive midfielder, he could play at right back, and he is good. He is good. Deep line playmaker. 7 assists, 2 goals. Joshua Kimmich, man. Money. Philip Coutinho, 28 matches, 7 goals, 8 assists. Having a pretty good season. Thiago as well. Flies under the radar, but another key man for Bayern Munich. Leon Goretzka, currently injured. I don't think it's long term, but he has a cross by his name there. He has been okay this season, not the best of season. Forgotten man too, Corentin Tolisso. He's still there. 21 matches this season, 3 goals, 4 assists. And Bayern looks good. You go up in attack, you have Gnabry with 15 goals, 10 assists. Robert Lewandowski already has 38 goals this season, 3 assists. How are Chelsea planning to stop this team? It's going to be difficult. Coman just coming back from injury, 10 goal involvements. Thomas Muller with 17 assists, 9 goals in all competition. Perisic currently injured, and he was racking up the numbers too. So the young Joshua Zirkzee there as well, but I don't think he's going to be involved there. So Bayern are looking good, and it's now time for us to make our call and, come up with a verdict here. So Vardy Party said, Dominic, can you give a prediction for Leicester versus Manchester City? Well, I want my team to win, but you see, I don't really do prediction videos on City because it's like too much for me to do, to be honest. I tried it in the past, but it's too much. Even to do a Premier League like prediction show, it's too much, man. It's like the way I want to do it detailed. I don't just want to come and say, oh, okay, City versus Leicester. I think I want to give some details. So the fact that I don't have the time to do a long detailed video, I just don't do it at all. And the thing about that, when you think about it, you have to do it 38 times. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just chill. Let me chill on that because that's a lot. That is a lot because I want to do other things as well. But I think we should defeat Leicester. But on the flip side, we could well lose the game as well. We could definitely lose the game. Eric Midgard said, Lewandowski has been in good form. Yes, he has been. At Venko, Bayern always do this. Start the season poorly, then win every game after the new year. Yeah, I think they did it last season as well. Eric Midgard, I thought Benjamin Pavard would have been something special. I still remember that volley against Argentina. I think he has done a pretty good job. He is still very young, and I think he has done a pretty good job. So he has time. Sedat Ali says, it feels like most of the top teams in Europe are evenly matched. You could make a case for pretty much anyone. Your thoughts? I do agree with you, but in terms of Chelsea, Bayern, that's kind of a mismatch to me. To me, that's a mismatch. Chelsea would have, coming in second, they would have maybe wanted a team like, let me see who they would have fared better against. They would have fared better against a Leipzig. A Leipzig against Chelsea would have been better for them. That would have been the better matchup for them, to be honest. Coming up against Bayern, it's like, they could do it. Don't get me wrong. They have the ability to do it. They have the players to stun. Any team right now could beat any team in the last 16, but it's gonna be Bayern, man. It is gonna be Bayern. It's gonna be Bayern. The first leg is gonna be at Stamford Bridge, and it's gonna be very, very difficult. It's gonna be difficult for Chelsea to get a result. If Chelsea could actually pick up a draw here, it'll be good for them. This will be February 25th. This Tuesday, February 25th. So Chelsea plays Bayern and Napoli play Barcelona on that day. So Monday, I think I got to do some overtime on Monday so I could take off Tuesday and Wednesday to watch Champions League. Liverpool does play on Monday. I'll just watch that game from work anyway. I think I'll just watch that game while I work. Put it in my pocket and listen to the game. Might not be able to do any kind of reaction or anything, but I'll follow the game and do a video when I get home or something. But it's pretty hard to follow football, guys. When you have a full life and you're working and you have a family and you're tired and everything and you have to do activities with the wife and everything, it's pretty hard to be watching football all the time. So Brian Kelly says, off to bed. You never walk alone. Good night, people. Good night, man. I hope you're not going to bed alone. Hope you're not. So Advenko says he hate Monday kickoffs. Yeah, man, I think the Premier League should be wrapped up on a weekend. I don't like the Monday thing. I really don't like the Monday thing at all, man. It's like, I don't like it. Has he done Liverpool yet? Rusty Shackelford. I did Liverpool already. I did it last night and I did it in a previous video. This is the last 4. This is not a Liverpool video. It ain't a Liverpool video. Sorry, bro. Sorry if I'm disappointing you right now, but it's not a Liverpool video. Guys, I'm going to go with Bayern Munich here. I'm going to go with Bayern Munich to win on the road. And we're going to see from there. I'm not going to make a prediction for the second leg yet, but I think Bayern Munich are going to win this game on the road. The most Chelsea are going to get out of this, in my opinion, is a draw. But Bayern are going to get an away goal. So the most Chelsea would get is a 1-1 draw. Bayern will get an away goal. So that's my prediction. What are you guys' prediction here? 8744 says, I predict Bayern to win the first leg 3-1. If Bayern wins the first leg 3-1, it's pretty much a wrap. With those 3 away goals, I think it's pretty much a wrap. Come on, guys. Send in your predictions. Advenko says, yeah, 2-1 win for Bayern. Who else? Come on, guys. Come on with your predictions before we move on. Have a voice. And it'll be a shout out for you too. So King Swag says, will Liverpool do a comeback versus Atletico Madrid? They definitely can. They definitely can. Definitely can. Okay, so Eric Medgard says, as a Liverpool fan, I find that you never walk alone chant highly hypocritical. Because people be walking with people, right? Like they have their girlfriends or boyfriend next to them, so they're not walking alone. That's the thing. You always walking with someone and you're crying out you never walk alone. So Vardy Party says a 2-0 win for Bayern. No Skin says Chelsea 2, Bayern 0. Are you a Chelsea fan? You might be a Chelsea fan because, no. Barcelona value Napoli 8-0. Oh my goodness. An early prediction here for that one. 2-1 Spurs will win on away goals. 3-1 Bayern says Melvin Boateng. Eric Midgard says 3-0 to Bayern. And Rusty Shackelford a 1-1 draw. So, yeah. All right. Real MVP TV, I got it. Barcelona 8-0. No need to spam, bro. No need to spam. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next fixture, guys. What do you want next? Let me know what you want next. We have Barcelona, Napoli. We have Lyon, Juventus. And we have Man City, Real Madrid. What do you want next? Let me know what you want next before I choose. Okay, we go to the Champions League ties here. Okay. Champions League ties. No Skin, yes. And although my name is different, a different account, I am Sakara Instagram page, if you remember. Yeah, I remember. But you don't need to be changing up your name so much at all. Have an identity, please. Stop changing your name. Stop it. Stop changing your name. Don't get why people change their names like that. All right, so let's talk about Olympique Lyon, Juventus. Let's talk about that one. That one should be fast. I don't want to talk about City yet. That one should be fast. So let's do this, guys. This one will be played at Olympique Lyon first, the Groupama Stadium, February 26th. That one is first. You take a look at the two teams' market value. Juventus is worth more than double what Lyon is worth. Not more than double, maybe twice as much. Maybe twice as much. Lyon has an average age of 24.7, while Juventus has an age of 29.4. I almost says Bayern there. So if you look at the national team players, Lyon has 10, Juventus has 16. Youth players, Lyon has 14, Juventus has none. So Lyon is a young team, man. This one is a mismatch, guys. This one is a mismatch. And as Real MVP TV is saying right now, boring match. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe Lyon could pull some sort of upset here. Maybe they could pull some sort of upset. So if you look at their meetings, the last time these two teams met, we're going to take a look at this. And they have met on quite a few occasions with, seems as if Juventus has been doing the business here. Of course. Okay, the last time they met was in the group phase in 2016-17. 1-1 draw for Lyon. And Rudy Garcia was the manager then. And I think Rudy Garcia is the manager again. He got sacked and then he came back. So Juventus did win the home leg 1-0. Before that, they met in the Europa League. Juventus won 2-1 and 1-0. So Lyon has never beaten Juventus. They only managed an away draw. Were they away? Yeah, an away draw back in 2016-17. That was actually the first season I started making videos on YouTube. The 2016-17 season. Yes, that was the season. That was when I started uploading. Damn. Seems like so long ago. So, fixtures, goal scorers, Gonzalo Higuain with just one. It hasn't been very high scoring at all. So, we're going to just move on from this whole stat right here and go back to the comparison and see what else we could find there, and then move on to the individual teams. This one should be fast. We should run through this one pretty fast. Current managers, Rudy Garcia, 56-year-old Frenchman. He was appointed back in October. And his contract expires in 2021. This is maybe, I think, his second stint. Could be more. Could be a third stint. And then Maurizio Sarri, who is definitely in his first stint as Juventus's manager. And he could actually be out the door at the end of the season. We don't know. Or maybe early next season. So, there also is a stat here that says Maurizio Sarri record against Rudy Garcia. 4 matches, 2 draws, 2 losses. So, Sarri has never beaten Garcia. So, this one could be in Lyon's favor. You see what I'm saying? Record against Juve for Rudy Garcia. He has 6 matches, 2 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. So he has won against Juve before. Record against Sarri, 2 wins and 2 draws. He has never lost against a Maurizio Sarri team. So the Achilles heel here for Juventus could be Maurizio Sarri as the manager. Seriously. Could be Sarri as the manager. Most valuable players, Memphis Depay for Lyon and Paulo Dybala for Juventus, who is more valuable than Cristiano Ronaldo, it seems. $93 million. So, yeah. And that's it for the comparisons between both teams. There's also stats here, transfer between 2 teams. We're not going to get into that. No current players has been played for both teams. So, yeah. So, we're going to go into the individual teams right now, guys. Thank you very much for bearing with me and for us just chatting about the teams. It's not like the most entertaining thing, but still, we have to do this, guys. And that's what the chat is all about, no pressure. So, let's take a look at Olympique Lyon right about now. Let's take a look at them. They are currently 6th, which is poor. In Ligue 1, you're 6th. That's pretty poor. Pretty poor if you ask me. So, Right about now, Monaco 5th. They're 1 point behind Monaco. Then there's Lille, Stade Rennais, Marseille 2nd. I'm not even seeing it right now, but I know. Marseille 2nd and PSG on top the table. So we take a look at their fixtures here. Take a look at their fixtures and see how they're doing. Check out their form. The reason why I look at their fixtures is to show form, guys. It's to show form, see how they've been doing, see what they're up to. So in the Champions League group stage, they didn't do too bad at all. 1-1 draw against Zenit at home. Away, they defeated Leipzig, which is a good result, great result. Away, they lost to Benfica. And if you guys could remember, that loss against Benfica only came because Anthony Lopez made a stupid error in the end there and gave away the ball to, I think that was Pizzi, and he blasted it back in the goal. So that could have been a better result for them. At home, they defeated Benfica and then lost away to Zenit St. Petersburg. Then pick up a 2-2 draw at home against RB Leipzig. So at home, they have been good. Unbeaten in the Champions League at home this season. It's on the road where they could be very, very suspect. They did pick up an away win against Leipzig too. So first match at home is key. First match at home, it's key. They need to pick up a draw here and keep Juventus scoreless. Okay, real MVP, this is a warning. Stop with all these things in the chat, please. It's pretty annoying. Stop, and this is a warning or you're going to get put on timeout. Okay, thank you very much. That's a warning. Ligue 1. In Ligue 1, guys, just behave yourselves in the chat, man. We have to have fun. Chill out with the smiley faces. One is enough. 2-0 win against Metz. AVJ 1-3. What up, man? Don't forget Lyon threw away 2-goal lead at home against Leipzig. Thank you very much for the reminder there. I can't quite remember that one too much. So this one you're talking about. I'm not going to click on it because I don't really have a back button on this feature here. I have to figure this thing out some more. I don't really have a back button. I have to like circumnavigate the whole world to get back over here. So again, let's just take a look at their form. Very, very sketchy form. Win against Metz. Loss against Strasbourg, a draw against Strasbourg, loss against PSG, drew against Amiens, loss against Nice, and then a couple wins here early January, draw late December, early December, loss. They haven't been good, and this could be because of Memphis Depay's injury, Jeffrey Adelaide injury. These guys got injured, I think it was the same game or something. They both got injured. The ACLs, it's quite unfortunate. Coupe de France, they have been good. And they're in the semifinals where they will face PSG and most likely lose that one. Coupe de la Liga, they play the final against PSG in April and most likely they'll lose that one. So, PSG, man. PSG. Oh, my God. PSG. So, we now run through the form. Let's just take a look at the squad and see who's putting up the numbers, who's been involved, and then we're going to move on to Juventus. I'm going to run through this one real fast because Lyon not the most interesting team, though. Seriously. To be honest. Let's keep it 100 here. Let's keep it 100. So, Anthony Lopez, one club man here. He has been with Lyon for quite some time. And he is their number one shot stopper along with Tata Rusanu. I think he's like Romanian, yeah. So, Anthony Lopez, a pretty decent keeper. Joachim Andersen has been heavily involved this season. Center back here from, what is that? Is that Denmark, right? Is that Denmark? Is that a Denmark flag? Denmark flag. So, Advenko saying, by the way, Depay's a beast. He's already back in training. Yes, I did hear that. And good for him, man. Good for him. I hope he could make the first leg. Jason Denayer, the former Manchester City centre back. I don't know why. I don't know. Jason Denayer, I don't really rate Jason Denayer that good, that highly though. He was at City. They sold him. Maybe we shouldn't have sold him, but sold him. Sold him. Belgian there. Sold him. The boy or the bois or the boys. We say the bois. We say Dubois. It's St. Vincent. Dubois. Yusuf Kone. These guys are injured. Raphael. Guys, do you believe Raphael is only 29? Raphael and Fabio, the twins who used to play for Manchester United. Only 29 years old. Only 29 years old. What's up, Ryan? What's up? Only 29 years old. They also have Kenny Tete, the Dutchman, 24-year-old right back. It's pretty decent. Marcelo, centre back Brazilian there. Marcal, left back. They have some good players, but these, they sell their better players and, like a Nabil Fekir and Ndombele and Co. They sell their better players. They sell their better players, and hence the reason why they struggle. They struggle. So the team is not looking. Looking kind of light, to be honest. Though looking kind of light. They did bring over Toko Ekambi from Villarreal, and he already has 2 goals, 2 assists. Cameroonian there. I don't think he's going to make much of a difference. Moussa Dembele has been coming up with the goods. He has been linked to the move outside the club as well. Bertrand Traore is there, but he's a winger. He's not putting up the numbers that he put up when he was at Ajax or maybe last season. He former Chelsea player as well. Maxwell Cornet, I think, is very talented too. And these guys are not really putting up the big numbers as well. So Memphis Depay is the key man for them, and he is not 100% fit. Lucas Toussaint, he was sold to Hertha Berlin, but I think they loaned him back, if I'm not mistaken. A guy that I wanted to talk about before was this kid, Ryan Cherky. He's only like 16 years old. 16. Has already made 12 appearances this season, scoring 3 goals and picking up 2 assists. That's good. One for the future. And one of Advenko's favorite players, Hassem Aouar. Key man as well. 8 goals, 6 assists. And he'll be out of the club pretty soon. Pretty soon. Maybe this summer. So that's it for Olympique Lyon. They're not looking to, they're all right. They're looking all right right now, man. But it's going to be a difficult task to beat Juventus right now. It's going to be very difficult to beat Juventus. And we're going to segue nicely into Juventus. It's going to be very, very hard. So they're currently top of the table in Serie A. 2 points. 1 point ahead of Napoli. 3 points ahead of Inter. Guys, seems like Inter are kind of falling off here, man. Seems like Inter falling off. What's going on here? Nice race going on. Nice race. 3-horse race. Atalanta in 4th right now. Roma in 5th. Napoli in 6th. Hellas Verona 7th. Doing well this season. But it seems like Inter could fall behind. Too early to tell. Still 14 matches left, but it's on in the Serie A, man. It's on in the Serie A. So, we have Ibrook Ajumu Palmer up in here. What's up, man? Thank you for joining the stream. I saw that you changed your name as well. Thank you for joining the stream. What's up with you guys changing up your names, man? Change up your names. It's hard to keep track of y'all. It's hard to keep track of you guys. So, Juventus doing pretty well, as we expect them to do. And if we take a look at their fixtures right now, just go to the fixtures section. It's right here already. So, at home, they haven't lost anything this season in the Serie A. 0 losses. 3 away losses. And that might be the key to beating Juventus. Olympique Lyon needs a favorable result at home. Favorable result. A 1-0 win or 0-0 draw. And go to Juventus and pick up maybe a 1-1 draw. So, yeah. Lyon could do it. It's not impossible. They could do it, but it's going to be very, very difficult. You take a look at what they did in the Champions League group phase, unbeaten. 2-2 draw against Atletico Madrid, 3-0 win against Bayer Leverkusen, 2-1 win against Lokomotiv Moscow, 2-1 win again against Lokomotiv Moscow, 1-0 win against Atletico Madrid, and a 2-0 win against Bayer Leverkusen. They now face Olympique Lyon in the round of 16. In the Serie A, look at what they're doing. They only lost 3 times. They lost to Lazio, they lost to Napoli, and they lost to Hellas Verona. I did watch this game against Hellas Verona. But you look at their form, 2 games they have lost this season. 2 games. Everything else, they have won it. So they're in pretty good form, but I think the problem with Juventus is the combination, man. You know, sorry, can't find the right combination. I think he has too many players to choose from, especially in the middle of the field. It's like a conundrum coming up with the starting 11, a consistent starting 11. Maybe he's trying to make everybody happy. I don't know. Lost the Coppa Italia to Lazio. So who knows? It could be Lazio could be winning the Serie A this season. It'll be nice to see. But I heard the other day that someone said that Lazio is a kind of racist team there. So I don't know if I'll be rooting for Lazio when it comes to that. Football wise, yeah, but otherwise, nah. Not at all. So they drew 1-1 against AC Milan in the first leg of the Coppa Italia, and then they have the second leg coming up. So I think they should win. They should win. AC Milan is kind of, to be honest, for how good Ronaldo is, he doesn't fit Sarri's system. But imagine Sarri coaching Ronaldo. Sarri was in the Serie B for quite some time. Imagine going from Serie B to coaching Cristiano Ronaldo. So, guys, Juventus are doing pretty good. Let's just all agree that. They're doing pretty well. Let's take a look at the stats, see who's banging in the goals, see who's playing for Juventus, see who's involved a lot, and then we will move on to the next one, which would most likely be Barcelona. We'll talk about the City Real Madrid next, since I have about 24 people up in here right about now. It's late. Don't expect to have a whole lot of people. It's Friday night. People are out partying and stuff, right? Maybe not. But let's just take a look at the squad, and then we would move on. We would make a prediction, and then we would move on. They're called Nazio. One of their players was a fascist and did the Hail Hitler sign during a game. Yeah, their fans are kind of suspect, though. Very, very suspect. But there's a lot of suspect fans all over the place, so we won't really be too harsh on Lazio. There's racists all over the place. So let's take a look at their squad. Wojciech Szczesny, Gigi Buffon, their goalkeepers. Guys, what are your thoughts on Buffon? Still playing at 42 years old, man. Jeez, 42. Still hasn't won a Champions League. I think that's the only trophy that has eluded him. Went to PSG, still didn't win it. Still don't want to retire. It is Juventus' year to win a Champions League, for sure. So that Gigi Buffon could retire. It has to be their year. Right, guys? If you think about it. That's only a joke, but you get what I'm saying. So here, Matthijs de Ligt, he hasn't really set the world on fire. But then again, guys, Matthijs de Ligt is still only 20 years old. But I don't think he has been great this season. There's a guy in Japan who's 51 years old and he's a midfielder still playing. Yes, I'm aware of that one. When I was doing the vlogs, I was supposed to include him in the vlog, but it kind of slipped through the cracks, and then I stopped doing the vlog because it was taking up too much time. But maybe in the summer I'll get back to that. I'll get back to season 2 of the best vlogs in the world. Maybe I'll get back to that. Yeah, I think I should start doing the vlogs again. I think I should. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of things to cover in football, and especially, your type of football channel where you cover a lot of different things. And I'm not like a one club channel, like I only talk about Man City here or Liverpool or let's say Chelsea, or like those fan channel or fan pages. This is not a fan page. See, I made videos about Jamaican players, Jamaican jersey, unboxings. I just like to keep it, mixed up, football, but a variety. And I don't mean to boast and all, but I'm probably one of the only guys who, like, does what I do, like, in a relaxed fashion. Like, not every video I make is like down here with my background and using my camera. I might pop out the cell phone, and it's just what it is, man. I don't want to really put too much pressure on myself. You know what I'm saying? Just want to have fun and get the information out there. So, Mr. Palmer says it would be funny when PSG wins. Guys, we don't know who's going to win this year. We don't know. We don't know. We shall see. We shall see, and we'll know pretty soon, in a few months. So, Alexandro, Leonardo Bonucci, Danilo hasn't really been playing a lot. Mary Demiral, he's currently injured. Rugani hasn't really played a lot. Deschiglia, all these guys haven't really played a lot. Chiellini has been injured for most of the season. He's fit again, but I don't know if he's going to be involved. They don't really need him, I think, against Lyon, or maybe they do. Pjanic currently has a cross by his name there, might be injured. Aaron Ramsey hasn't really worked out for him over there. Bentancur, you see, the fact that they have all these midfielders here is where the conundrum lies. They have Khedira, injured again. Emre Can went to Dortmund. Matuidi, Rabiot. You have Bentancur, Ramsey, Pjanic. All these guys to choose from. It's pretty hard. It's a hard job. And up top, when you have Dybala, 12 goals, 11 assists. He has been doing well, and he's not even starting most of the games. Ronaldo, 24 goals, 3 assists, a better season than last. Bernardeschi hasn't really kicked on. Right winger, 1 goal, 1 assist. Douglas Costa, injured again. Higuain, oh man, frustrating guy to watch. Currently injured, it says. 8 goals, 8 assists. Poor season, if you ask me. Cuadrado, who plays as a right back a lot of times. 2 goals, 3 assists, hard worker. And that's about it for the squad. Juventus are looking like the team that are going to win this tie. And my prediction is going to be Juventus to win against Olympique Lyon. We're not going to see an upset here. But I'm going to just say this right now. The first leg could end in a draw. And set up the second leg very, very nicely. As far as the last set of matches I predicted, I did predict Liverpool to possibly pick up a draw. They lost. I surely didn't predict them to lose at Atletico Madrid. They lost. I predicted PSG to win. They lost. I predicted Tottenham to win. They lost. I think I did. Maybe I said Leipzig could scrape a draw, but Leipzig won the match. I didn't predict a win for Leipzig. And then I did predict Atalanta to win and to win the tie. And Atalanta smashed Valencia. So at least I got one right. And I always say, if I get my predictions wrong, it means that the matches were good. Simple. So I'm going for a Juve win. 8744 is going for a Juve win as well. Advenko is going for a Juve win. Opel's 1972 is saying thoughts on Ashley Young. Well, I don't really hold Ashley Young in high regards, to be honest. Man United player, and he left, and I don't think he was that good at United. Maybe he was good back in the day, and then he's starting for Juventus. But it's just what I think. I think he has been decent this season, to be honest. He has been decent for Inter. Did I just say Juventus? Let's say he played for Juventus. Inter Milan. Oh, I don't know why I said that. For Inter, but maybe that's the reason why Inter currently 3 points behind Juventus too. You never know. You never know. So, in the comments, Duck All, this Liverpool game is such a big deal in football recently. Alright, I don't get what you're saying there. I don't know if you mean the second leg. Vardy Party saying Juve win. Michael Olapido, what's up, man, bro? Question for you. Erling Braut Haaland and Kylian Mbappe. Who has the brighter future? Both of them has bright futures, but we can't, not because Haaland just came on the scene and he's scoring it goals left, right, and center, we're going to forget about what Mbappe has done already and has won the World Cup. It has to be Kylian Mbappe. People tend to forget very fast. Mbappe is miles ahead of Erling Haaland still. He won a World Cup. Erling Haaland might never, ever go to a World Cup. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Brian Hinojosa, what up? You're back? Or did you ever leave? So, yeah. I'm going to go for Juventus. And we're going to move on, guys. We are going to move on to the next one, which would be Man City versus Real Madrid. This one is a good one. Guys. This is good. Opel 1972 says, I disagree. Ashley Young has been our best January signing and was our goal scorer versus Lazio. You still lost the game, though. You see what I'm saying? We only lost the game because of a terrible backup goalie, Padelli. Padelli is horrible. I watched the game against, that was the game against, the Milan derby. Padelli was horrible in that game. Inter should have won that game comfortably. But Padelli let in those 2 goals and Inter had to come from behind. So, listen. Ashley Young ain't that good, bro. I know you might be an Ashley Young fan, but he ain't that good. Advenko says Haaland is really getting overrated even though he is good. I know you think Haaland is overrated. I know you think that. And that's what inspired one of my thumbnails when I made the Haaland goal reaction. When I asked, still overrated? That's what I said, right? Let me double check. Yeah, still overrated. Advenko, I was actually talking to you with that. I was actually talking to you when I put that up with still overrated. I was actually talking to you. Because Haaland, he has been scoring the goals, man. And if you're a striker and you're scoring the goals, you got to give the striker props. So, Real Madrid versus Manchester City here. Real versus Manchester City, 1 hour 13 minutes. I have to remember that to put a timestamp for the people watching the replay. So, we're going to run through these. 10:18 my time. I want to be done with this by 11. Go up and hang out a bit before I go to bed. So, this is good that I'm getting this in. It's really good that I'm getting this in. I prefer to actually do this the way I'm doing this right now instead of going through the tedious job of researching, writing down, making the video, editing the video, getting the video out, and then no one watches the video because they already watched a bunch of predictions on the Champions League round of 16 already, and you know, stuff like that. I don't know what it is, but I don't have luck. I don't have luck with these Champions League prediction videos for some reason. Like, if I make a Champions League group stage prediction video, it'll flop. If I make a round of 16, it's gonna flop too. When it gets to the quarterfinals and the semifinals, then I'll start to get some traction. Because I kind of know what angles to hit it from. But otherwise, nah. And as I was saying yesterday, guys, this YouTube thing, very, very competitive, man. In the football realm, it's competitive. So you have to be innovative and you have to do different things in order to, be relevant. Simple as that. So let us talk Real Madrid, Manchester City, first leg Wednesday, 26th February. I have to be home at 3 p.m. to start watching this game. I got to figure something out to get off regular time and be home, because sometimes I could be home at 4 and I don't want to get home at 4 for this. I want to get home at 4 for this. I want to be there watching right here, where I'm sitting at right here. I want to be watching this game. So, it'll be played at the Santiago Bernabeu. And it's going to be one to watch. So, market values. City, 1.4 billion. Real Madrid, 1.8 billion. Two money teams, you know what I'm saying? Two money teams. Average cost per player, City, $59 million. Yeah, I know. $45 million for Real Madrid. Average age for City, 27.6. Real Madrid, 26.7. Have a lot of players playing for national teams, 19 and 18. But not a lot of youth players, you see? These teams are not about the youth. They're about winning things. Galactical signings and stuff like that. A lot of foreigners, 19 each. So, and look at this. This is an interesting number here. Look at that. Club members, 93,000. City, you don't know how many. Take a jab. Some people say not a lot. But the last 4 meetings, and I think these two teams have only met on 4 occasions. 2. In Europe. I think this is it. Because City never used to play in Europe before the takeover. So this should be it. Group stage in 2012. Group stage. Real Madrid winning 3-2. City drawing 1-1. Then semifinals. First leg. Man City, a 0-0 draw at home, went to the Bernabeu and lost 1-0. Semi-final, that's the furthest we ever got in the Champions League, and bam, we lost to Real Madrid. So there's unfinished business here. Unfinished business. So Axel Paz says do Barca next. It's the only team. Left for me to do next. So, Dom, if you ever miss a match, just Google full football matches, then click on the first link, then you can watch a finished game without any spoilers. Thank you very much, Advenko. Thank you very much. Thank you. But the thing is, a lot of you guys spoil the thing. When I go on YouTube, you guys already commented and say, oh, such and such already happened, before I even get a chance to see anything. You know what I mean? So let's do this. Let's continue this thing. So Real Madrid has our number. And what it looks like at home, picking up 2 draws. We have to win at home. And we have not yet beaten Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. So, guys, we have to pick up some kind of result. We have to score a goal on the road. We got to score a goal on the road. The first one was a group match. It was group phase, so that doesn't really matter. But we got to score. This is knockouts. We have to score an away goal. Raheem Sterling has been linked with Real Madrid. He has to score at Real Madrid. Score there. Show them what you could do. Okay, so this is going to be a good stat. You guys are going to love this stat. Pep Guardiola record against Real Madrid. 17 matches, 9 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses. Zidane, record against City. 1 win, 1 draw, no loss. So. Could Pep vanquish his old rivals? That's going to be the question here. Pep, you have to do it. You have to do it, Pep. You got to do it. Most valuable players, Eden Hazard for Real Madrid, valued at $132 million, and Raheem Sterling, $176 million. Oh, my goodness. If Real Madrid is going to buy him, they're going to have to break the bank. Karim Benzema, the highest goal scorer in the fixtures. Benzema has been at Real Madrid for God knows when. Over 10 years, I think. Kolarov no longer with us. Dzeko no longer with us. Ronaldo at Juve. Aguero only has 1 goal in this fixture. Aguero, you have to come big. You have to come big. Seriously, you got to come big. So that's about it. That is about it for the players. So recent business, a lot of business. Brahim Diaz went there. Danilo came from there. And Adebayor was loaned to Real Madrid from City. Imagine Adebayor played for Real Madrid, played for Man City, played for Arsenal, played for Tottenham, and now he is playing in Paraguay. Could you guys believe that? Could you believe it? So, Steve McManaman, back in the day, came from Real Madrid to City on a free as well. So, let's take a look at what Real Madrid are doing this season. Let's run through this one. They're currently top of the table in La Liga, so congratulations. They've been in the league since 81 years, so have they ever been relegated? Maybe long time ago, or maybe never. But if you take a look at La Liga standings right now, they're 1 point ahead of Barcelona and 11 points ahead of third place Getafe. Yes, Getafe are in third. Atletico Madrid 4th. Sevilla 5th with 40 points. Villarreal. Oh, man. Villarreal has turned things around big time, guys. 6th. After struggling a lot last season. They could have been relegated last season. They're now 6th. Way to go. And maybe it's because of guys like Santi Cazorla. You know, you got to say it properly. Cazorla. Yeah. So, you take a look at their last couple fixtures here. Let's take a look at their fixtures and see what Real Madrid form looks like. And then we're going to move on to the stats and then go on to City. So, what are you guys saying in the chat right now? Did you know Sterling has 0 goals, 0 assists in 2020? It's not hard to believe. I'm not really keeping track of his stats, but I know he has been horrible lately. I know. I really know. I know that. He has been horrible. So, Ibrook Ajumu Palmer says, I don't want to be blocked, but I think 3-0 on aggregate. What do you mean? Real Madrid winning 3-0 on aggregate? And Advenko says, don't worry, you won't get blocked for stating your opinion. Of course you won't. Come on, why would I block you? I don't really block people like that. I don't put people on timeout like that either. You're free to say what you want in the chat as long as you're not attacking people or spamming. So, Richie Francis says, good morning, Dominic. Good morning, man. Good morning to whoever you are right now in the world. So, at home, Real Madrid are yet to lose in La Liga. And we're going to get to their home record in the Champions League. They have only lost 1 on the road. They have been good. 8 draws. They have 4 home draws. So, we could pick up a draw. We could pick up a draw there. Definitely can. But they have only conceded 9 goals at home, 9 goals on the road. So, we're looking at the La Liga record right now. Let's move to what they're doing in La Liga. A draw, Win, 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 draw, 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 win. They've been good. They have been good. Haven't lost a game since October 2019. They have been good. They have been really good. They won the Supercopa de España as well. See? They won it here against Atletico Madrid on penalties after Federico Valverde pulled down Morata, who was through on goal and surely would have scored. Or maybe he would not have scored. Because Morata, you know what he does in front of goal. They got knocked out of the Copa del Rey. Lost 4-3 against Real Sociedad. And they're on top of the league. So they could win the league. They don't win a lot of league titles. It's Barcelona that run things over there. But when it's not Barcelona, it's them, Atletico Madrid as well. But it's mostly Barcelona run things in La Liga. But this season, it seems like Real Madrid wants that league title. So Advenco says they're drawing too many games. Let's take a look at what they did in the Champions League. Away to PSG, lost 3-0. I could never forget that game. Started horribly, but they pulled things back. 2-2 draw against Club Brugge. I can't forget that 1-2. I think they went 2-0 down and then came back in the second half. And that was at home. So if Club Brugge could breach them, we could do it too. We could definitely do it. 1-0 win against Galatasaray in the row. 6-0 win against Galatasaray at home. Galatasaray was one of the worst teams this season in the Champions League. I think they only scored 1 goal, which is, oh man, horrendous. 2-2 draw at home against PSG. So you see, we need to get a result like that. We need a 2-2 draw. A 2-2 draw would be good for us at the Bernabeu. And a 3-1 win against Bruges or Brugge on the road. So the key here to win this tie, some away goals or even win the away match. We can do it. I believe we can do it, but we got to take our chances, man. We create a lot of chances, but we don't take the chances. City play a possession-based type football. And against a team like Real Madrid, are they going to allow us to have the ball most of the time? It's going to be kind of strange not having the ball a lot against a team like Real Madrid, but I think it might be a 50-50 affair in terms of possession here. It might be a 50-50 affair. It's an interesting game. It's gonna be a cracker. It's gonna be a cracker. Let's take a look at the squad. Let's take a look at the squad right now and see who's doing what, who's in the squad. And yeah, Real Madrid is not so good. Why would you say that? Why would you say Real Madrid is not so good when they're on top of La Liga right now? That doesn't make any sense, does it? So, and they have won, 4 Champions League titles in the last few years. Like, makes no sense to me, you know what I'm saying? So, Opel 97, he said there's a significant difference between Spanish football and Jamaican football. So, it's more impressible. Also, Jamaica is smaller than Spain, or I don't know what you guys are talking about. But you take a look at the squad here. Take a look at the squad. Thibaut Courtois has been much better this season. Alphonse Areola. I hope Real Madrid put him in the goal. It'll be better for us. Kylian Navas went to PSG. Rafa Varane still back there. It's gonna be a good game coming up against Varane, Carvajal. I think they might. I don't know if they're gonna use Ferland Mendy or Marcelo at left back. But Marcelo hasn't really been used that much. He's been used sparingly by Zidane. Ferland Mendy has been used more. But look at Marcelo's stats. 5 assists, 1 goal. Ferland Mendy, 2 assists. No goals. So, to be honest, I hope they use Ferland Mendy. Marcelo has the experience and he has the know-how. And he was there when Real Madrid and City played each other on those previous occasions. So I'm hoping that it's Ferland Mendy who plays and maybe even Eder Militao at the back. You know what I mean? But it's going to be Sergio Ramos and Varane. It's going to be Daniel Carvajal at right back. It's going to be Marcelo at left back. I think they're going to play their strongest team Or who knows, maybe even a Nacho Fernandez could start. I'm hoping that something happens. You know what I mean? I'm not hoping for injuries. I'm not going to like be that dirty and say I hope they get injuries and stuff. But I just hope Zidane gets it wrong on the day. It's my team. I'm just hoping, you know what I mean? It's going to be a tricky one in terms of prediction. But my initial prediction was City, we're going to lose to Real Madrid. That was my initial prediction. We're going to lose to Real Madrid. But after the whole thing happened with the UEFA ban, I think we have a good chance. I think we have a really, really good chance here. So Sergio Ramos, key man, of course, the captain. Nacho Fernandez used sparingly. Casemiro in the middle of the field. These midfielders are going to be very difficult to deal with. The Casemiro, the Cruz, Valverde, Isco, if they all feature. James Rodriguez hasn't really been involved much. Luka Modric. The team is real good. Hazard, fit again. Fit again, Hazard. Vinicius, Rodrigo. Think about if all these guys fire. Benzema is going to be annoying as hell in this game. 18 goals, 9 assists. Benzema is going to be tough to deal with. Gareth Bale, 3 goals, 2 assists this season. Oh, man. Who knows? Maybe he'll feature and do something big. Luka Jovic has flopped this season. Asensio has been injured all season. Lucas Vasquez do pop up for the odd cameo. Mariano injured. So it's gonna be tough, man. It is gonna be tough. They have a new player in Renier. I didn't mention him, but he is not in the squad. He's with the B team, I think. So it's gonna be tough. It is gonna be tough, and we're gonna go to Man City right now, and then we're gonna move on to the last one. So Ajumo Palmer says, I hope the ban motivates them. The ban is definitely motivating us. It's definitely motivating us, man. AVJ123 says, I feel City will lose the first leg, but will get an away goal and the 2-1 in the first leg. Thank you very much for that prediction. I hope we get an away goal. I really hope so. So let me run through City before I move on to the last one. It's coming up to 2 hours. I don't want to go way over 2 hours. I don't want to go way over 2 hours at all. So you take a look at City right here, guys. We're currently second in the league table. Of course, you know that. You should know that. Currently second. 18 years in the top flight since we came back from third tier to second tier, then to top tier, stayed in, and then got taken over, and then won 4 league titles that people think should get stripped. So, and I know you guys probably looking at this number right here, minus 107 in the transfer records. We're in the red in terms of transfer. Yeah, people are going to say we bought success. A lot of teams bought success. You know what I'm saying? Like, be fair. But we are one of the most hated teams. We are one of the most hated teams in England and in Europe. I've got to realize that. This whole ban, this ban has really opened up my eyes. People don't like us at all. They don't like us at all. So we're currently 22 points behind Liverpool. We play Leicester City tomorrow. I'm going to be catching that game, 12:30 p.m. I'll be catching that game, and I'll be doing a review later in the evening when I get home. It's going to be a long work day tomorrow, 12-hour work day. So after I get home, I'll just put on the camera and talk about this game. If we lose, the video will do good. It will get about 7,000 views or so. 5 to 7,000. And if we win, it'll get like 400 views. See? We're not liked. You know what I mean? People don't like us at all. Home record this season, 13 wins, 13 games, 9 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Away record, 13 matches, 8 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses, and this is in the league. We have lost 6 league matches this season and drew 3, which is very, very poor. Very, very poor. If we look at the form, we go to the cup matches. We have been really good in cups. We have won everything except that 1-0 loss to United. We are in the final to face Aston Villa March 1st. I got to do a preview for that one. That should come after the Real Madrid match. a preview for the Carabao Cup final. Not a lot of people are going to watch that one either. To be real. To be real. Maybe if Liverpool was in the final, that video would have got some heavy traffic. But it is what it is. We're not liked. 5th round FA Cup tie against Sheffield Wednesday. No replays, so I should just say a match. No replays. They do have extra time penalties if that don't separate the two teams. We should defeat Sheffield Wednesday and move on to the next round. I do think we should defeat them. Won the Community Shield 6-5 on penalties against Liverpool. That's a big victory this season. And if you check our league form, 2-0 win against West Ham, 2-0 loss against Spurs, 1-0 win against Sheffield United, 2-2 draw against Crystal Palace, 6-1 win against Aston Villa, 2-1 win against Everton, 2-0 win against Sheffield, 3-2 loss against Wolves, loss against United, 1 against Leicester, 1 against Arsenal, 1 against Burnley, lost to Liverpool, and where was the other loss to Wolves? Lost to Wolves, lost to Norwich, and it has been a disastrous season. It has been a disastrous season. So Advenko is saying Villa will get lubricated. Advenko, I see you watch a lot of Have Hope Hut. And you see you watch a lot of Have Hope Hut. So we have been in okay form, to be honest. But our problem is basically we overplaying. We overplaying the ball. We haven't hit the ball in front of goal and we're not shooting. We're not pulling the trigger. Gabriel Jesus guilty of doing that a lot. Raheem Sterling guilty of doing that a lot. And we need to cut that out of game if we're going to defeat Real Madrid. Let's take a look at the squad, see who's doing what this season. We have a good squad. We have a good team, man. We have a good team. There's no denying that. The squad is good. The squad is deep. Riyad Mahrez, 9 goals, 13 assists this season. Aguero, 21 goals, 3 assists this season. Gabriel Jesus, 16 goals, 9 assists this season. Not bad. Not bad. More goal involvement than Mahrez, more than Sergio Aguero, more than Bernardo Silva. Almost the same as Raheem Sterling, but still I'm not satisfied with his effort this season. A lot of these come in the cup matches, Champions League as well, but he's frustrating to watch. Definitely frustrating to watch. So, Leroy Sané, missing all season. Who knows if he'll be involved in the... No, let's not involve him against Real Madrid. Too much of a high-intensity match. Maybe against Villa. Come off the bench in the Carabao Cup final. But Bernardo Silva has not been at his best this season, to be honest. Has been good, but not at his best. Raheem Sterling in 2020 has been garbage. And Fernandinho has been used as a centre-back. Guys, if we set this team up right against Real Madrid, we could win this tie. 4 at the back. This is how I want this team set up. 4 at the back. 4 at the back. Laporte. Otamendi. Kyle Walker. Benjamin Mendy. Above them, I want us to use 2 DMs in this game. 2 DMs. Rodri and Fernandinho. 2 DMs. Edison in goal. Edison in goal. That's how many players go on there. 5, 7. You got 4 more players. 4 more players. Kevin De Bruyne just ahead of Fernandinho and Rodri. We could squeeze in David Silva for maybe like it's hard to fit everybody in. It's definitely hard to fit everybody. I don't think Pep would go with this one. We could fit David Silva. We could play. Okay, so let me get this right. I'm doing this off the top of the head. 5 at the back, 2 ahead of them, 4 more left. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to play a lineup like this. But yes, Yes, we could play it like this. Play Fernandinho as a DM, one DM, and play Rodri alongside De Bruyne. But Rodri could drop back from time to time, and De Bruyne could play more attacking. And you could play Mahrez, Aguero, Sterling up top. If needed, Bernardo Silva, David Silva could come off the bench. And we could even have Gabriel Jesus if needed, Gundogan if needed, a John Stones if needed to, if we have a lead to tighten things up. We could win this game. We could win this game against Real Madrid. We could win this game. Could definitely win this game. Definitely. So I like that. I want us to take a pragmatic approach here. And I saw us do it against Sheffield United when both Rodri and Fernandinho played in the midfield. That's how it was set up. But you could even have a scenario where Fernandinho could drop back as a third centre-back sometimes. You know what I mean? AVJ says 4-2-3-1 is a good formation. Yes, that's the formation I was trying to, get in my head. But the fact that I'm doing it off the top, it's kind of difficult to just formulate. So that formation could work. That formation could work. If you use a 4-2-3-1 with Rodri and Fernandinho as the 2, Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva, even a David Silva, and a Mahrez as the 3, and Aguero up top, that could work as well. That could definitely work. Mendy could play as a winger sometimes, when Fernandinho could drop back as a third centre-back. So that could work. Kyle Walker, we know he's going to be solid. That could work. That could definitely work. So let us go back to the stats here. And you see our midfield. Go back to the midfield. Phil Foden, 3 goals, 6 assists this season. I don't think he'll be involved in this. I don't think so. Kevin De Bruyne has been big for City this season. 8 assists. 8 goals, 9 assists, my bad. Rodri, 3 goals, 1 assist. Ilkay Gundogan, 5 goals, 4 assists. But these are just numbers, you know what I mean? It doesn't tell the whole story of what the player has been doing all season. Eric Garcia, I don't think he'll be involved in this one. Angelino went to Leipzig. Zinchenko, I don't know. No Zinchenko in this one. Please do not start Zinchenko at left back. Please don't. We could even see João Cancelo play at left back in this game. Could even see that happening. And I'm hoping it's Edison in goal and not Claudio Bravo. That's just what I'm hoping. So right now we went through everything. We discussed everything. We talked about how the ban could motivate us to defeat Real Madrid. And guys, Real Madrid hasn't been the same since Cristiano left in the Champions League. So come on. We have a chance here. We definitely have a chance. We have a chance. We have a chance to do this. Ajax knocked Real Madrid out last season. Why can't we do it? We can do it. We can do it. What was it? Round of 16, right? Was it round of 16? Round of 16, and then Ajax knocked out Juve in the last 8, and then they got knocked out by Tottenham. So we can definitely do this, man. We can do this. We can do this, but it's going to be hard for me to make a prediction here because, it's my team. It is my team. I think we're going to do this. Seriously. If we don't do it, I'll give all props to Real Madrid and say, listen, man, I said that, but right now we are motivated, and I think we're going to handle. I think we're going to handle business. I didn't have any confidence in the team before, but I think we're gonna be a different team. And as I said, UEFA has awakened the beasts. And I wasn't talking about the West Ham game, like some people thought I was talking. I was not talking about West Ham. We were expected to beat West Ham, definitely. So Advenko think it would be a 2-1 Man City win, a Real Madrid win. Yeah, he thinks it would be a Real Madrid win. But if we do lose the match 2-1, get that away goal, and we go home and win it 1-0, we win the tie. So I think we could do this. I think we could do this. So Black Ice TJ says Man City will get knocked out. Thank you very much for your opinion. No problem. If we get knocked out, we get knocked out. It is what it is. Real MVP saying what beast? Real MVP, you just seem like a hater. You just seem like a big hater who was spamming earlier, and you're just a hater. Seriously. Opel 1972, Real, it says Real. Real 1, City 1. Black Ice T says 3-2 to Man City. Mo Talk saying 3-1 City. We're going to win this tie. Before, I was saying we ain't going to win it, but there was some developments on Valentine's Day, and definitely. Real MVP, you a hater, of course. You're talking about what beast? You don't watch City play? You don't watch City play? City is still one of the best teams in Europe, despite us having a kind of weird season. We're still second in the Premier League table. Still second. We have played the same. Most every game we have played really, really well. It's just that we're not taking opportunities. That's all it is. But the team didn't lose its identity. We've just messed up in 9 games, basically. That's what we did this season. But it's just Fox. I like City, but they improve it. Man, I'm not even gonna... Listen, man. You just lost a lot of points there by saying City ain't no beast. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Not even because City is my team, I'm going to say that. If City wasn't my team, I'll still say the same thing. The team is damn good. The team is good, but this season is just a weird season. People seem to forget what City did in 2019 and in 2018. They like, you guys have shallow memories or something? You have shallow memories. It seems so. Do I need to remind you? Do I need to click here and go on 2018-19? Do I need to go here and do that? Do I need to go and show you, look at that, 98 points? Is that what you want to see? You want to see that? 98 points? You want to go over here and look here, 2017-18, and do you want to see that? Look, you want to see 100 points, the first team in the Premier League to do that? And you're talking BS? Like, come on, man. Give props when props are due and stop talking nonsense. Anyways, look, I'm going to say this. I think we could do this. It's my team, so it's kind of hard to predict. I think we could do this. But if we don't, I said it already. But with the ban and all, I think it's an extra motivation for us to go out there and spank Real Madrid. It's an extra motivation for us to try to go as deep as we can in this competition. Last 2 seasons, we got to the quarterfinals. We should have won the Champions League. We should have won the Champions League one of those seasons, but we screwed up big time. But let's see how this one plays out. Next Wednesday, the first leg. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping to walk away from the Bernabeu with a freaking victory. Let us move on to the last tie. Barcelona against SSC Napoli. Okay, so we take a look at Barcelona Napoli right here. The match will be played at San Paolo in Italy, Tuesday, February 25th, 10:53. I need to wrap this thing up. Won't be spending too long on this. Barcelona market value 1 billion, 1.1 billion. Napoli 757 million, not billion. But Napoli is a good team. Despite the disparity, market value, good team. Similar age. A lot of national team players in both teams. A few youth players as well. Napoli, 22 foreigners. Barcelona, 15. A lot of members for both clubs. Current coaches, Gennaro Gattuso, former Italian international. And for Barcelona, it is the former cowherder, Quique Setien, the former Real Betis man, who has basically won nothing in his managerial career. Newly appointed manager for Ernesto Valverde. And I think Ernesto Valverde was wrongly sacked. Seriously. They didn't like his approach. But Setien is the new man in charge. His record against Gattuso, 1 win, 1 draw, unbeaten against him. And vice versa, Gattuso is winless against Quique Setien. So, let us take a look at, okay, I forgot to mention, Gattuso is replacing Carlo Ancelotti as the manager of Napoli, who managed in the group stage. Most valuable player for Napoli, Kalidou Koulibaly, currently worth $82 million. And, of course, it's going to be Lionel Messi himself, the most valuable player for Barcelona. And I saw in the news that Kalidou Koulibaly could miss this game. So, AVJ123 says Valverde should have been sacked a long time ago. And AVJ123, I'd like to take the time to give you a shout out as well. You have been with the channel for quite some time. You and Advenco has been here a while. And I appreciate it, man. And if there's anyone in here who's been here since like 2017, I appreciate it. But these guys have been here for a long time. These guys are trusted members of the Rich Squad. And I expect you guys to conduct yourself accordingly, okay? You're trusted. We're going to be in this thing together for as long as I'm doing this, okay? Remember that. Okay. So, let us move on. Napoli versus Barcelona. I don't see anything here that the two teams have met in the past. Maybe they haven't. So they have transferred between each other when Diego Maradona left Barcelona and joined Napoli to become a club legend. So that's a big one. That is a big one. I don't see any history between the two clubs in terms of meetings. So missing players, you see right here, Fernando Llorente has the flu. I forgot he even played for Napoli. Kalidou Koulibaly, thigh problems, and he's going to be missing the match, I've heard. And Kevin Malcuit has ACL. For Barcelona, Jordi Alba, he's going to be a big miss. He has a hamstring injury. Luis Suarez, injured as well. And Ousmane Dembele hasn't really worked out for him too much at Barcelona, right? So I don't see any history between the clubs playing each other, though. I don't see anything between them. What is here? Group and match days? Let me see this. What is this? Okay, so this was the Champions League. Okay. So let me go back to the two teams, and we're going to talk about who we're going to talk about first. Napoli. We're going to run through Napoli, guys. We're going to run through Napoli, and then we're going to give our predictions here. So Napoli, guys, currently 6th in the Serie A. Not doing too good this season at all. They're usually second. They have been second with Maurizio Sarri. Second in the league for quite some time. Won 2 Scudettos. Haven't won it in quite some time. And it's a tricky season so far for them. 36 points. Actually 18 points behind Inter there. And 19 points or what? 20 points or so. 21 points behind Juventus. So they could actually maybe kiss Champions League goodbye next season unless they win the thing. Unless they win it. So let's just run through Napoli, man. Let's just run through Napoli and move on to Barcelona and then wrap this thing up. So fixtures by competition. Should done this thing by 11:30. The reason why I don't mind this thing going on this long and going through every little detail is because when the replay is up, for those who couldn't catch the stream, they could watch the replay and just get the information that I'm giving right now, because I am giving some good information. I think I'm doing a pretty damn good job here. Am I doing a good job, guys? Am I doing a good job? Let me know. If I'm not doing a good job, let me know if I'm not doing a good job either. So in the Serie A this season, they haven't been good. 9 losses, 6 losses at home, 3 on the road, 6 draws. They haven't been good. That's 15 games, points dropped. They haven't been good at all. Haven't been good. Take a look at their form as of late. 2 wins against Brescia. Oh, they won against Brescia today. I was going to tune into this game, but I'm like, nah. Brescia, very, very, very disappointing this season. Mario Balotelli, not working out for him. And the other guy, what's the other guy, the other talented youngster, Sandro Tonali in that team too. He's gone. He's gone next season. Most likely will go to Juventus. Cagliari, a win against Cagliari. But loss against Lecce. Win-win. So they have 4 wins in their last 5 league matches. Not bad at all. And then 3 losses on the trot there. A win, a draw. But this is good form. 4 wins in their last 5 is not bad at all. But look at the opposition. They're not very strong. They did defeat Juventus, so that's a good look. They did defeat Juventus. Sorry, losing against his old team there. So against Barcelona, it's going to be a mountain, man. It's going to be a mammoth task. In the Coppa Italia, they are in the semi-final. They won against Inter in the first leg, and they're poised to make the final to face one of AC Milan or Juventus. Let's take a look at what they did in the group stages, though. A 2-0 win against Liverpool. Guys, remember that one? Remember that one? Remember that loss, guys? Guys have lost a lot of times, the Liverpool fans in here. But that was a big L. 0-0 draw against Genk. 3-2 win against Salzburg. 1-1 draw against Salzburg. And then a 4-0, 1-1 draw against Liverpool. And a 4-0 win against Genk. So they have been pretty solid. Actually, they have not only been solid, they have been unbeaten in the Champions League this season, which is a very good look for Napoli. Very, very, very good look for Napoli. Barcelona, it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough for them. But could they do it? Hell yeah, they can. Hell yeah, they can. Let's just take a look at the squad first. But before we look at the squad, let's do something. Let's take a look at their last 11 that they picked. Maybe in the future I'll do this one as well. Insigne, the captain. Dries Mertens. I think this is his last season at the club too. They have Politano, talented Italian international. Fabian Ruiz, pretty good this season as well. 23 years old. One for the big clubs to snatch up. Diego Dema coming over from RB Leipzig. Elmas, very, very talented Macedonian youngster, only 20. Mario Rui, talented fullback from Portugal there. Maximovic, Serbian, been around for some time. Koulibaly is injured, so they have Kostas Manolas, the Greek, very highly rated. Di Lorenzo, highly rated Italian fullback as well. And David Ospina, the former Arsenal, the Colombian goalkeeper, in the goal. And you have guys like Fauzi Goulam on the bench. Haisai, Alex Meret, goalkeeper. You have guys like Lobotka. I think he was just brought in from Celta Vigo. Allen, very, very busy CDM. You have Zielinski, who could come off the bench and cause havoc. Also, you have Milik, Hervin Lozano, who has sort of fell off this season. Jose Callejon as well could do some damage. So it's a decent team. It is a decent team. They have a decent lineup. We look at the stats. We look at the stats, see who's doing what, who's scoring the goals, who's been involved, and, and all that good stuff. So if you go on to the attackers, Fernando Llorente, 24 matches, mostly off the bench, it seems. 4 goals, 1 assist. He suffering with some flu-like symptoms right now. May miss the match. Amin Younes, German, not so effective. 7 games this season. He's from, what is that? Lebanon. He's Lebanon background. Thought that was Palestine for a second. Yeah, I think that's Lebanon, right? Is that Lebanon, right? Advenco, that's not Palestine flag, right? So we have Dries Mertens. These are the guys you have to look out for. Dries Mertens, Arkadiusz Milik, the Hervin Lozanos, the Lorenzo, Insignias. These guys have been producing the goods for Napoli this season. Arkadiusz Milik with 12 goals, Dries Mertens with 11, Insigne with 9. Insigne is one of my favorite players too. Favorite players. He's 28. I don't know if he's ever going to leave Napoli, but he's a scary player when he's in form. I always said I would gladly take this guy at Manchester City, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore. Definitely won't happen. So, guys like Diego Demo is a very good defensive midfielder, but they might be, I don't know. Fabian Ruiz, 3 goals, 2 assists. Not the numbers I was expecting to see. Allen will be busy. I think Allen should start this game. He will be busy trying to keep Messi quiet, the Brazil-Argentina thing there. And in defense, they're going to definitely miss Koulibaly. Koulibaly is going to be a big miss, and I think this could be a deciding factor in the first leg at home. Koulibaly missing. We might just see Alex Meret in goal for the Champions League, I think, ahead of David Ospina. So that's it for Napoli, guys. That's it for Napoli. Let us move on to Barcelona. So let us move on to Barcelona there and see what they're up to. I like how we just run through that thing and we're not really delaying too much. Covered what I need to cover. What are you guys saying in the chat before I move on? So, yeah, Advenco says it's Lebanon. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Okay. So, in what world was that a dive? Also, did you forget the second goal you let a 34-year-old Llorente score against y'all? What are you guys talking about? The City thing from last year or something? Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about Liverpool? I don't know. Anyways, Axel Paz. Here comes the salty fans, a.k.a. Christopher Lopez. You guys love to use that word salty, right? You guys love to use the word salty, plastic, glory hunter. Like, you guys just like, a lot of people just like to sit behind their computers, behind no faces, and just talk a lot of BS, you know what I'm saying? But it's the internet, it got no chill. Dom, what do you think of the Martin Braithwaite Barcelona signing? I think it's weird, and I think I think it shouldn't be allowed. It's unless the player is a free agent, you shouldn't be able to take a player from another club outside the transfer window unless the club had released the player and he's a free agent. I don't really believe it should have been allowed. And Venko says football fans on the internet are toxic as hell. Yes, man, I'm telling you. Internet gangsters. Yes, Real MVP TV, I hope you're not an internet gangster. But it's really hard dealing with them, man. It's difficult dealing with them sometimes. Sometimes you're wondering, how do I deal with this? Should I respond or should I not respond? Should I, come harder? Sometimes I attack back. Sometimes I don't. It's hard not to pay attention, man. Seriously. Keyboard warriors. Yes, that's a good one. Sometimes it's hard not. And I say to myself, I wonder if these people could talk to me like this in front of my face. They can't. They really can't. Guys, little do you know I'm very intimidating person, you know. People don't mess with me, man. People don't mess with me. At work, people do not mess with me, I'm telling you. I could be very, very confrontational. Especially in the past, I was very confrontational. I kind of chill out a bit these days because I value my job a bit more these days than I did before. Before, I was just a hothead. But now, I'm just chilling. But let's take a look at Barcelona's record this season. At home, they have lost nothing. Away, they have lost 4. And this is in terms of their league performance. They're currently second in the league, 1 point behind Los Blancos, their bitter rivals, Real Madrid, 10 points behind Getafe. So we take a look at their league form right about now. Win, win, win. A loss to Valencia. Win, draw, win, win, win. So they have been good. They have been good. They have been good. They have been good. Setien, the new boss in charge, he plays a very attacking brand of football. And when Setien got appointed, I was one who definitely criticized that appointment. I'm not a Barcelona fan, so I'm not really like I don't have an emotional attachment, so I'm not thinking like, yeah, they should have sacked Valverde and whatnot. I think Valverde was doing a great job, but I think Barcelona fans are greedy and they just want to win everything. If you like Barcelona, you are gay. Christopher Lopez, how old are you, bro? How old are you? Like, come on. We live in a world where you don't really, like, come on. You don't talk like that. You don't talk like that. Even if you might not be a gay person, we don't talk like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Just leave it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. You know what I mean? Just leave it alone. Little do you know, gay people run the world. You know what I'm saying? So just leave it alone, man. Leave it alone, bro. Leave it alone. You get yourself in a lot of trouble by attacking the gays. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. So, yeah. Let us continue before now we were interrupted by that one. But Barcelona are in pretty good form in the league. They're pretty good form, but the thing is, they're struggling with some injuries, though. Key injuries to Dembele, Jordi Alba, and Luis Suarez, of course. They're struggling with injury. That's why they had to sign an emergency striker in Martin Braithwaite. And I don't think Braithwaite is in the Champions League squad either. I don't think he's going to qualify to play in the Champions League because he was signed outside of the window and he was signed after the deadline to submit the squads was passed. And I think that was like February 3rd or so. So he would not be playing in this match. I don't think so. I don't know if there's some loophole to getting him in the squad. I think there's a loophole for goalkeepers to get in the squad after the squads are announced. Like if your goalkeepers are injured, you could bring in some emergency goalkeeper or something into the squad, into the Champions League squad, but I don't think it works for attackers. A Barca fan told me that they would still want Valverde sacked even if he won the treble because he doesn't play the Barcelona way. Yes, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Okay, Yusuf said, would you think of having a transfer window for managers too? Well, that's kind of different though. That's kind of different because managers could get sacked anytime. Players' contracts could get ended anytime, but it doesn't happen that often. Managers get sacked anytime. So I don't know about a transfer window for managers though. I don't know about that one. So in the Champions League, Barcelona are also unbeaten. On the road against Dortmund, 0-0 draw. 2-1 win against Inter at home. On the road, 2-1 win against Slavia Prague. Drew at home. So they have been pretty good. But their defense have been breached 4 times. Only keeping 2 clean sheets. One against Dortmund and one against Inter. And now they play Napoli. Guys, Napoli could do the business here. It's not out of the question. But it's whether you can keep Lionel Messi quiet. If you could keep Messi quiet, you could win this. Copa del Rey, knocked out by Athletic Bilbao, and they lost the Super Cup as well. And of course, we all know, they lost the Super Cup in Saudi Arabia there. So they're out of the cups, they're out of the Copa del Rey, knocked out of the Super Cup. Second in the league behind Real Madrid, and they now play Napoli. We take a look at what they're doing in terms of the squad, who last played in the last lineup. And you see, as we go along, I'm adding new things. I'm finding new ways to make it more interactive. We could take a look at what's going on. So Antoine Griezmann will surely be the man up top. He could play as a center forward. That's where he used to play a lot of times at Atletico Madrid. And it seems like it's hard to believe that this man was one of Atletico Madrid's key players, and this is one of the players that Atletico Madrid lost, and they could still manage to defeat Liverpool 1-0. That shows how good the Atletico Madrid is. They're very good. Defense, especially defensively. I think, to be honest, it's still too early to say whether the João Felix buy was kind of impulsive and they should have spent their money a bit wiser. It's too early to say, but we shall see. João Felix, you gotta produce, man. You gotta produce. They paid over 120 million euros for you. And you have kind of flopped this season. Not kind of, you have flopped this season. So you look at Ansu Fati here. Ansu Fati. 16-year-old, now 17, one of the breakout freshmen of the season. Very refreshing to see a young player coming through. And he wants to play for Spain as well. He has been producing the goods this season. It's nice to see him in the team. Really, really nice to see him thriving at Barcelona. Lionel Messi, of course. Lionel Messi, the key man here. The man who makes everything tick. Let me say tick. Frankie de Jong has been a smooth operator so far at Barcelona. Has been good. Squeeze Rakitic out the team. Busquets, reliable as well. Arthur coming back from injury. Alba injured. Umtiti. Umtiti is playing again. Gerard Piqué. Sergi Roberto. On the bench, he had Arturo Vidal. Nelson Semedo, kind of not a key man over there like that anymore. Ronald Arroyo, a guy coming up from the B team there. So I guess he's one to look for. Never heard of him before though. Junior Firpo worked under Setien, former Real Betis man. Born, of course, in the Dominican Republic. Remonage. Well, who is this? I think I saw this signing the other day. This was a weird signing. Yeah, he plays for Barcelona B. So I guess they just brought up a few players from the B team to play here to rest up before they play this game against... They do play against A-Bar though. So they might rest up a lot of key players against A-Bar again. So there's Neto, the goalkeeper. Ivan Rakitic, the Croatian, coming off the bench as well. Final thing we need to do, guys, we need to just take a look at the squad, the stats, and then we'll make the prediction, and then we'll do a little Q&A real quick, and then we'll end the stream. So take a look at the squad, guys. Luis Suarez definitely won't be featuring. As you guys could see here, Martin Braithwaite, the newest member of the team, has Guyanese background, and he's from Denmark. This is a player I actually admired while he was with Toulouse. I saw a little documentary on him while he was at Toulouse. He was the captain and everything. When he used to have the big hairstyle. And I thought he would have stayed there longer, but then he left for another French club, and then he came to, he went to Middlesbrough, and he played for Leganes, and now he's at Barcelona, which is quite weird. So Barcelona activating that rule that you could sign a player outside the transfer with an emergency player. But if you really look at it, I don't see what emergency though. What emergency? Ousmane Dembele, Suarez injured, and you tell me that's an emergency? Like, right, guys? Right? Think about it. You have two players injured, and you tell me that's an emergency? Who told you not to sign a center forward during the winter transfer window? Who said not? You could have signed some. You have Griezmann, it's a left winger, but he can play up top. Messi could even play to the center. I do think it's kind of unfair that you take the player from Leganes. So maybe Leganes will get relegated this season. Who knows? Brathwaite is a Guyanese or Bajan name. Please let me know, Dominic. It is mostly a Bajan name. A Barbadian. It's a Bajan name. Definitely a Bajan name. And yes, I know about Carlos Brathwaite, who plays for the West Indies, the player. But there's Brathwaite in Grenada as well. There's Brathwaite in Guyana as well. But it's mainly a Bajan name. Definitely. So, Ansu Fati, big star of the season, 5 goals, 1 assist. Thought he had more goals, but yeah, 5 goals, 1 assist. But he has been good for 16-year-old, 17-year-old. Look at Ousmane Dembele's numbers. 9 games, 1 goal, no assists. Come on. I think he went to Barcelona a bit too early. Griezmann, 33 matches, 13 goals, 4 assists. Messi, 19 goals in 27 matches, 16 assists. Kind of low for Messi numbers. The goals maybe should have been around 25, assists like 20. But still freak numbers though. Still freak numbers. You see how much they depend on Lionel Messi. If Napoli manages to play Messi out of this game, they could win this tie. They could pull off an upset here. Vidal is going to be a handful. Definitely will be. Rakitic may come off the bench. Busquets, Arthur, Frankie de Jong would be the men in the midfield for sure. Who would partner Piqué at centre back? Most likely, we could see one of these Frenchmen in Umtiti or Clement Longley. Most likely, Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal. Firpo could fill in at left back for, what's his name? Jody Alba could definitely fill in at left back for him. And you could either see Semedo or Sergio Roberto at right back. But for Napoli, maybe you would want to go with a Semedo for the pace, to deal with the pace of like guys like Insigne and the Lozanos, if these guys feature. So we shall see. But guys, this one is not so easy to predict, to be honest. But Barcelona are the favorites here, and that's a wrap. That is a wrap for all 4 ties. It took 2 hours 18 minutes, which is quite fine. This is what these live streams are all about. Remember that. It ain't to be fancy. It ain't to act like I know this or I know that. It's for us to have a discussion. It's for us to look at things. It's for us to deep dive. And something I actually want to do one day, and I keep saying it. I want to take a look at like the logos, and for us to just talk about logos all like for the stream. We're going to talk about logos and just inspect the logos and just, have some fun. One of these days, though. One of these days. But that's about it in terms of Champions League. Round of 16, first leg discussion, part 2. Part 2, I did part 1 already, and this is now part 2. So what we're going to do right about now, we're just going to do a bit of Q&A. We're going to do a bit of Q&A, and you guys are going to ask me whatever you want before I leave. I won't be too long, but just ask me whatever you want and before I actually go right about now. So, yeah. Yeah, guys. Ask me, ask away, ask away. Chat box. All right. I'm in full screen now. Yo, Dom Mo is a keyboard warrior. Mo talks gaming. Who do you think will win the Europa League? Oh, the Europa League. I didn't even take a look at the scores or anything. I didn't take a look at the scores or anything, man. We'll do that in another stream. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow or something. Maybe tomorrow, if I have time, we'll just talk about the Europa League a bit. Maybe we could do that. He's talking shit Messi and Manchester City. You guys need to chill out, man. When will you do logo vid? When I do the logo vid, I will actually let you guys know when I plan to do it. So if you want to join, you could actually join, because that would be something interesting to do. For us to just talk about the logos, and you guys could be doing your research on your end and see why such and such is in the logo as well. It's gonna be fun. It is gonna be fun. So when I do that, we could actually, I'm gonna show you how we could actually set up something like that. So you see how I'm in the box up in the corner here right now, and the Champions League background is there. We could change the Champions League background. Like, we could take that off and we could have that just black like that, or we could have it white or whatever. And I could put like an image on the screen. Like, if I could get an image, put it on the screen, and then we could talk about the logos. Like, I'm gonna get a logo and put it up on the screen. For example, let's use this logo right now. Let's use this logo, and this is how we would do it. Let's use the Jamaican Football Federation logo. You see that, guys? How cool is that? You know what I mean? Like, how cool would be something like that, to just talk about the logos and just break them down and just geek out. You know what I'm saying? We could just geek out on these things. You know what I mean? It'll be fun. It'll be fun to do. It'll be different. You know what I'm saying? It'll be different. So that's something like that we could do. Alex Paz, what's the best football stadium in your opinion? The best football stadium is the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. There's no secret about that. And maybe one of the new stadiums they built in Qatar could be one of the best stadiums too, because they're new and they're going to be state of the art. I never went to those stadiums before, so I won't, know about the experience, but I heard it's pretty damn exquisite at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yes, Jamaica. Yeah, you see how I have up the Jamaican thing right there? Something like that we could do, and, talk about, okay, maybe it's a simple logo. It has a Jamaican flag, a circle which could represent a ball, Jamaican colors, Jamaican Football Federation. This is a pretty decent logo. It's a pretty decent logo. So something like that. And we just go on to the next one and just talk. And then afterwards, we in between, we would just talk about other things and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Advenco says, who do you think would win the Premier League? Well, to be honest, I actually think Arsenal could win the Premier League this season, I think it could be Arsenal. What do you think? I think it'll be Arsenal. But yeah, so let me get this image back off the screen, and then we'll make this thing big again, and then I'll get out of here. I'll get myself out of here. But I really appreciate everyone who joined the live stream, man. Really, really appreciate everyone who joined the live stream today. Been another good stream. It flowed very well. No interruptions. I didn't stutter or anything. I just was on a roll today. On a roll. They are mathematically eliminated. Who Arsenal, right? But they have been better this season, though. They have not this season, this year. They have been better. They have been better under Mikel Arteta. It seems like Arteta have turned things around, and it's gonna be on next season. Next season in the Premier League is gonna be very, very interesting, and I am gonna do a prediction video for next season's Premier League. I am gonna do a prediction video, and I'm gonna do one early. Next season, I'm gonna do things different. I'm gonna do a prediction video. I'm going to be doing a Champions League group stage prediction video. One video, not separate groups. I'm going to be, yes, I will be covering the Tokyo Olympics if you're asking. I will be talking about the football matches there in the Tokyo Olympics. If I can, as much as I can, I will be doing it. I will be doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about growth. It's all about growing the channel and covering as many things as I can. You know what I mean? It's been this thing is fun, man. Making YouTube videos, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You can't really take it too hard, too much in terms of like the numbers and, oh man, this video didn't do well, I'm going to quit, or I'm depressed because, you know what I mean? You can't take it too hard, too much because, as I said, it's a very competitive space. Yes, Neon Dive, yeah. And it's competitive, man. You're competing against networks. You're competing against teams of people. So it's hard. It's hard. Who fi do it? And me for do it. The accent, yo, Alex. Me, you are chat. Oh. Yeah, so we have some Jamaicans up in here too, guys. I do know how to speak Patois, Jamaican Patois, because I'm from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But to discuss a bit about the channel and the direction, you know, guys, I had this thing set up here, this whole wall set up, as you guys could see over here, the whole setup on the wall over there. And it's coming along. It's coming along pretty well. I had these two scarves, like this one I bought from the treble winning season. This I actually give, this guy from work, this Ukrainian, he went to Ukraine to watch the Champions League, and I told him, bring me back something, anything from the final. He didn't have anything to, you know, and he brought this back, and it took me on over a year before I opened the plastic bag that he gave me. And then I put it on the wall. And people think I'm a Liverpool fan because I have this on the wall. There's a lot of dumb people on the internet. But it's a Champions League final scarf. Authentic stuff brought back from Ukraine, from Kiev, Ukraine. And then someone sent me this from Croatia. I just bought this at the store. I'm like, this would be cute for the wall. You know, my City kit there. My City hat that someone sent me from England. St. Vincent flag. My card from Cards Plug that I bought and started to do my affiliate marketing with. And it has worked out, you know, the whole, let me see, where did this need to go? This way? The whole affiliate marketing thing had worked out pretty good with the Cards Plug situation, you know what I mean? That was a way to bring more income into the channel. And it's a way to help the channel to be self-sustaining, because the channel do have expenses. Little do you know. I actually pay every month for Adobe Photoshop that I use to make my thumbnails, and that's why my thumbnails have got better over time. This is something that I actually work on. I work on thumbnails. Like sometimes I might spend more time on a thumbnail than I do on a video. And that's why, you know, in a competitive space, it's good to work on these things. Your thumbnails, work on your appearance. And then I also have like ESPN Plus subscription. I have like NBC Sports. Then I have, what else I have to pay for every month? Like little things, you know, like little SEO tools I pay for every month. I actually pay for Epidemic Sound. That's a subscription service you use to get music for the video. So when you hear the nice beats in the videos, I actually pay for those every month. So these are expenses that the channel has. So that's why I can't just do things for free all the time. The little income helps to keep the channel running. And the reason why I got those subscriptions is because I said, listen, if the channel is going to make $100 this month, might as well use $40 to help improve the channel, right? The things are paying for themselves anyway. So that's the whole thing behind that. And with the cards plug thing, I said, you know what, let me get the card. I could promote it and make extra money. And one day, I might go to England for a little vacation, and then when I look at the money I made from the cards plug, so affiliate links, that could be the money that sent me to England to watch a City game. You know what I mean? So yeah, you should get partnered with the Athletic. You see, the thing about these partnerships that you guys see at Venco is like, people have to approach me for the partnerships. I know I could approach the brands as well, but I prefer the brand approach me. It's a better relation. I think it's better like that. It's better when they approach me and be like, hey, I want to work with you to do such and such, than if I approach them and then they say no. Rejection isn't easy to take, you know what I'm saying? I'm not into the rejection thing. So I just rather they approach me and I say no, or they approach me and I'm like, yeah, I want to do this. So the Athletic has never approached me. As I told you guys in the past, I was approached by OneFootball already. Everyone is doing OneFootball promotions. What they were offering was like, what? I'm a grown-ass man. Like, you kidding me? So I'm like, nah, I can't do that unless there's a better deal. If they come back with a better deal, I might do it, but I ain't gonna work for no kind of stupid money like that. Do you know how much you make from affiliate links? Yes, I know how much I make. It's according to how much you sell. Like, if you sell a card, like, and it's good too. It's good. Don't get me wrong. The affiliate links, the way it works is like, I get 12% of every sale. So the better I do, my affiliate cut could go up to maybe 20% or 15%. So if I sell, like, if Cards Plug make a sale for $100, I could get $15 out of that $100. That's how it works. If I get a 15% cut. So it's good. It is good. It's a better way to actually make money than the videos itself, like AdSense. Because what happens with AdSense, sometimes you put out a video, it might make $6, $7. With an affiliate link, you put out a video, that video has potential to make you maybe $20 to $30. I'm just using those numbers. If people say, hey, I like this card, I want to get the card, and they go and purchase the card. There's some days the other day, like 9 people bought cards, and that was a good day for me. So in terms of numbers, I can't tell you the exact numbers, but let's just say that it is pretty good. Not like, when I say pretty good, I'm not talking about big numbers like thousands of dollars, like it's not there yet. But as the channel grows and when the bigger competitions come around, it will do better. But let's just say it's like, if I, like, for what I've done already, it's better than some months that I've made on YouTube. Like, I could remember last year, January and February combined, I probably didn't even make $100 in AdSense. I'm telling you, AdSense could be very, very bad. It could be very, very bad. But what I'm saying, sometimes I get an email that someone bought a card and I got £4.80. Not $4. 480 pounds. 480, like, okay, let's say £5. £5, that's good. That's like $6 if I'm not mistaken, or so. And that's more than you make per video. So that is good. So if I could get a few more affiliate links, like, you know what I mean, that would work out. So guys, that's it. It has been real. 2 hours, 34 minutes. As you can see, there I shared a bit of how things work on the back end of the channel. A bit. I like to let you guys know what's going on. Be transparent. Because I talk to you guys every day. You know what I mean? You guys are becoming like, friends here. So I actually talk to you guys more than I actually talk to people in real life, if you really think about it. It's kind of weird, but when you focus, when you just focus on going to work, doing what you have to do, taking care of business, saving your money, it's good not to have a lot of friends outside, seriously, because they could be bad influences and they want to go out and they want to do this and they want to do that. So sometimes it's just good to stay low and chill. And that's what I've been doing. But guys, it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. No, I don't watch boxing. It's a pleasure, guys. I'll be back another time. Maybe we'll do a live stream where we could talk regular stuff for the whole live stream. But it's been real. 11:40 my time. I'm going to go up, get ready for work tomorrow. Appreciate everyone who joined the chat. And I'll be back soon. I'm going to be doing a lot more live streams in the future. A lot more live streams, as you guys could see. So, from your boy Dominic Rich, thank you very much to every single one of you guys in here right now. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, give the video a like, and go check out all the other content I have on the channel. Go show the content some love. Okay? So, guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Peace out. Rich Squad.